Awesome. Next question is a student achievement question. Perfect. A student gets to ask it. That's good.
Everyone wants excellence in our schools. How will you keep a focus on student achievement in the district, given all the other issues that arise for the board to get sidetracked?
So I think the way you look at that is that, and I won't speak for everyone sitting up here, but I think we're doing this for the students, and realizing that we as the board can set the example and set the pace for what's expected of the students, how those students can achieve it, and making sure that we put the tools in place to allow them to achieve what they're looking for. So, a lot of it comes down to the students wanting to put in the work, but I think as the board, our job is to make sure that we provide the platform for that work to be successful.
So some of the fundamental things that have taken place, just as far as student achievement goes, we are updated quarterly. Unfortunately, not now since COVID, but with this new strategic plan, there were quarterly updates of where our kids were at, where they're achieving, where are their gaps, and how are we closing them, just to make sure that we are hitting the data points that, things that are measurable. Okay, that is all presented to us. And it's done in a very organized, routine way. And hopefully after we're done with COVID, and I'm hoping in another couple of months, things that, once they get back to normal, we'll regain those quarterly updates. Those are all open to the public. Of course, we get the student, the school report cards and that kind of stuff. Where we want to be is kind of built into our strategic plan. So again, common goal, that's all where we're headed. But some of the things that I've done as a board member is, I believe that leadership, good leadership, is by example. And so I've tried to be a good leader while I was on the board, to give our administration I want to empower them to do the best that they can, to work in an environment where they are excited to come to work every day, and they know that we have their back, because when we empower them, they empower our kids. So that's just some of the things that I've done since I've been on the board, and things that I think is important for student achievement. It starts at the top.
I think it's safe to say that all of us in this room are invested in the kids and making sure that we have student achievement. So collectively as a board, I think we can come together and be a more cohesive board, because as noted before, the board is rather dysfunctional, which does not help with the student achievement. If there's, as Jessica said, coming from the top, if there's dysfunction, it trickles down, it hits everybody. So I think if we come together, we can definitely encourage the kids, almost push the kids to work harder and give us everything that they have, because we are giving them everything that we have.
Just took my word empower right at the end.
Sorry,
I'm scrambling. So no, you need to empower the building leaders. And when I say building leaders, I'm not talking about just the principal. We got subject matter experts in there. I think we really have an advantage over our friends from, just east of here, where they're kind of scattered. Every different school is a different school. So literally, you got a Swallow kid, you got a Berkeley kid, you got all these different kinds. Whereas we have that centralized, where when we have subject matter experts, we can take that expertise and spread that out to every building. And so we can make sure that if we have someone really strong in STEM at Meadowview, that on our professional development days, those are really valuable days that we keep the teachers working and send the kids home. But they basically disseminate what's working well across the whole district, so that everybody gets. So you don't have, well, that's a Summit kid versus a Meadowview kid. we want to do is even out that playing field so that everybody gets a quality education at all our different schools. That's, you know, pushing up to student achievement. So you got your subject matter experts, then you got building level experts sharing information across. And again, I think that's kind of like what the board's role is to make sure that we're being judicious with those professional development days, to make sure that we're making sure our teachers have that ability to share knowledge base.